Hello everyone, this is Nuisaki giving you a deck profile on Yu-Gi-Oh! This deck I've made based off the popular Raw, or semi-popular Raw deck, using the gadgets to special summon, or just not special summon, but the gadgets plus Ultimate Offering to just swarm the field with their gadgets and whatnot. And what better way, since they're level 4, and there is a particular level 4, not level 4, a rank 4 monster, EXE monster, that requires 3 of them to be summoned. But I'll get on to that later. But in this deck I have 3 green gadgets, 3 red gadgets, and 3 yellow gadgets, along with Tour Guide, to easily summon a Leviathan or Levy Air for that Rescue Rabbit that you see there, and or Zen Mines if it's the first turn, so I can have a decent protection as well as a card to destroy on the field if needed be, as well as material to get out Blackluster Soldier and Void of Beginning. But yeah, my next cards are, as I talked about, Rabbit, that's in that. My next card is Zahark, sorry. But his ability is to destroy one special summoned monster that is level 5 or higher, so that anything that's, basically an anti-meta, because it prevents, such as Red Eyes Darkness, so that he gets destroyed whenever he's on the field. But then again, taking life points is not the best idea, but it somewhat works in some situations, I suppose. I have 2 of them, so that either if they don't destroy this, I can always easily summon another Verse monster, so that I can summon Verse Ophion, so that they can't even special summon any level 5 or higher monster. So yeah. Then I have Verse Heliotrope for Rescue Rabbit, since it is a normal type. Normal monster, so that it's a decent beat stick, as well as getting out Verse Ophion much faster. Next is Alexandrite Dragon, is for Rescue Rabbit once more, as another beat stick and or material for Blackluster Soldier and Void of Beginning, because I only do have 4 light monsters in this deck. So somewhat good, somewhat bad, because bad hands I won't be able to mill out any light monsters, because, well, then again, now that I look at it, I only have 2 dark monsters. Oh wow, yeah, I only have 2 dark monsters, which is the Tour Guide. Shoot. So I have to be careful. I actually have to get Tour Guide in order to summon Blackluster. So yeah, but most of my duels, I do get either a Tour Guide or a Dishrook, and it should be dandy. But yeah. Moving on to the traps, I have 3 Ultimate Offerings. I might switch it down to 2, just because I do get Ultimate Offering every mid game or early on in the game, but very rare in the late games. One or 2 might be destroyed, so that means I need to have some copies of them still in the deck, so that I might keep it at 3, but 2 might be enough, because yeah. 1 Call of the Haunted, so that I can special summon any of my gadgets that died due to not having anything to protect myself, so I could set them and then use Call of the Haunted to still activate their effect, because normal and special summon, so that's okay. Phoenix Chain to stop their effect monsters as well as attacks. Good for somewhat of stalling and whatnot. The staple Solemn Judgment and Warning, so that they can't summon and or activate a spell card with Solemn Judgment. But they do have a price, because yeah, it somewhat kind of hinders me, but I try to sparsely use this because of Ultimate Offering, since I need to pay life points for that as well. 1 Black Horn of Heaven, just anti-meta as well. Bottomless to prevent them from summoning anything while I have Ultimate Offering out on the field, so that they won't summon anything and do damage to me. Starlight Road for such things as Dark Hole and Heavy Storm, and if I want to, I can just do it myself, so I can have another another 2500 beat stick on the field to negate any activations that will destroy any of my monsters, but I won't get it back. Oh well. That's the price for Starlight Road, I suppose. Malevolent Catastrophe for an extra heavy storm, but there is that niche to it where the opponent has to attack me, so I need to either take damage or sack a card, which is but I mean it does get rid of his back row, which is nice. Two MSTs so that I can pop something. Don't have much back row support, but basically the back row support is supposed to be for shock rulers to prevent spells and or trap cards as well as monster effects, but we'll get to that later. Anywho, decent, stable Dark Hole and Heavy Storm. I wish it was Giant Trunade, because I wouldn't have to destroy any set cards that I usually do, because all these are traps. Look at all these. But yeah, my side deck consists of Evil Sars, so that they can somewhat come through, and if I'm having a hard time and the dude wants a rematch and it was a good game, I might as well terrorize him with the crazy two-headed King Rex and or Sabersaurus. I have two Taurobuses in here just in case if I want to switch things up with one tour guide. Maybe not the best idea, but I suppose. Mind Control to take, depending on what kind of deck they're running. If they have plentiful of level 4 monsters, I mean that's nice for my my side of the field, because I can just EXE summon them away. Alright. I do have a Pot of Adrise, because God knows how many damn monsters go into the graveyard, and I get to draw 2. A Pot of Duality, just there, just to fill up the side deck. EXE Veiler, which is nice because then all my EXE monsters are protected from card effects, such as, I believe card effects meaning effect monsters and spell and traps, so that's also nice. EXE Reborn, so that I can have a Shock Ruler intact and using one more of its ability, so that I'm safe for another turn, I suppose. Another Malevolent Catastrophe. You never know how handy those can be, if needed be. And then the Evil Sar, Dolka, and Logia. I'm not gonna run 2 Logias because Dolka can come in handy, because once I side, I'm probably gonna side out Dragon or Alexandrite Dragon for 2-headed King Rex, and then one Fiendish Chain and 1 Ultimate Offering. If I'm gonna put in Dolka or Logia. Extra deck is Verse, Roach, Steel Swarmed Roach, just in case for anti-meta stuff. If I know he's running anti-meta, or I mean, not anti-meta, any hard meta deck, such as 6 Sams and whatnot. Even though that might not be viable, but it's there. I don't know. Kachikochi Dragon, just to attack twice in a turn. If I know that he's not going to do anything, I can also use that for Alexandrite Dragon and such. And yeah, Lavalval Chain for to get my Blackluster Soldier and Void Beginning quickly up to the top of my deck. Number 17 Leviathan Dragon as a beat stick. Levier, the Sea Dragon, to reuse the effects of Rescue Rabbit if I needed be, if I still have Alexandrite Dragon and or first Heliotrope in my deck still. Wind up Zen Mains to stall for a couple turns, I suppose. 3 Utopias, since those are 2500 beat sticks, and 3 Shock Rulers, just in case if I wanted to summon another Shock Ruler just for lulz, to not be able for him to activate anything on his turn, and then a Stardust for Starlight Road. I hope you guys enjoy the deck profile, and I will post up some duels with this particular deck, and I hope you guys enjoy, and leave a like, rate, comment, subscribe, and see you laters. Bye.